Hello, it's DJ P's Rock Vinyl with you again. Yeah, for another episode of my prog rock. Now, make sure that you like and subscribe. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on these wonderful videos and the music that I'm going to bring to you. Now, what have we got for you this week? Well, after the last gig of Genesis last week, it got me thinking a bit. And what I was thinking about is, where did all this progressive type rock music come from? So, I've gone back right the way back to 1967. I'm going to bring you 3 tracks from that year that I think were probably some of the germs of what we call prog rock. Now, the first track I'm going to play for you is from a band called the 13th Floor Elevators. And they were an American rock band from Austin, Texas. Formed by guitarist and vocalist Rocky Erickson, electric jug player Tommy Hall, and guitarist Stacey Sutherland. The band was together from 65 to 69 and released 4 albums. Now, the interesting thing about this band is that the Elevators were the first band to refer to their music as psychedelic rock, with the first known use of the term appearing on a business card, would you believe, in January 66. And it credits Tommy Hall with coming up and coining the term psychedelic rock. So I'm going to take you to their first album and let's see what you think from the psychedelic sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators. Here is a track. I hope you enjoy it. It's called Roller Coaster. What did you think of that track? Got a bit of a nagging riff to it, hadn't it? All sorts of interesting sounds going on. So was this one of our first germs of prog rock? That was from the psychedelic sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators, the debut album from the 13th Floor Elevators. So it's got a mixture of sounds throughout the album, and it's notable for its use of the electric jug, as featured on the band's only hit You're Gonna Miss Me. But what you heard there was, of course, Roller Coaster. Who was on the album? Well, I can tell you that personnel included Rocky Erickson on vocals, rhythm guitar, Stacey Southern on lead guitar, Tommy Hall on the electric jug, Benny Thurman on bass, Ronnie Leatherman on bass, and John Ike Walton on drums on percussion. So let's move on to our second pick from 1967, Searching for the Progressive Rock Roots. And I'm going to come to a band you may well know, the Moody Blues, yeah. So, of course, the Moody Blues were an English rock band, really, from Birmingham. From 1964, they were making music. But it wasn't, I think, till this album that they really started to hit what was probably a sort of progressive rock sort of niche. Days of Future Past, which was released in 1967, and a bit of a fusion of rock with classical music, which I think we will find is quite a common thing for the earlier progressive rock bands to do. A lot of them seem to have been influenced by classical music. So from that album, which I'm going to play a track for you now. And what track shall we play? Well, I found this piece that's got a bit of film with it, and I think you'll probably enjoy it. So let's have a look at it, eh?
I'm just beginning to see now
am, the Moody Blues. So do we feel that's giving us a bit of a prog feel? Either that track or the album from which it came. So the track Forever Afternoon Tuesday, from, of course, the album Days of Future Past. So playing on that album, we have Justin Hayward, of course, acoustic electric guitars, piano, sitar, and of course vocals. We have John Lodge on bass and vocals. We have Mike Pinder on, of course, mellotron. Now this is, of course, one of the links of prog rock, the use of the mellotron. Piano, tambora, gong and vocals, including some spoken. Ray Thomas on flutes, percussion, piano and vocals. And Graham Edge on drums, percussion, vocals. And then we have conducting Peter Knight and the use of the London Festival Orchestra. So that was our second progressive germ, maybe, from 1967. And now we're going to go on to our third germ. And you couldn't get more prog rock than this band, could you? Pink Floyd. Yeah, it seems they were there right from the beginning. And of course they were an English rock band formed in London in '64, gaining early following as one of the first British psychedelic groups. So we seem to have this psychedelic feel before sort of progressive rock got a sort of name of its own. And again, I've got a little track for you from them. And they got very obviously experimental, shall we say, and producing, for the time, very elaborate live shows with sort of very minimal equipment, really. And you'll see that on this video, which is a BBC video. And of course it's Pink Floyd doing Astronomy Domain. Here they come. So there we had Pink Floyd from 67 and Astronomy Domain, and that of course became one of their sort of key features in their live set for quite a while. And of course it was from their first album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. And yeah, that was a BBC recording, live performance of that track. Now all the tracks from this album were mainly written by Syd Barrett, and on that particular track we had Barrett and Richard Wright on vocals. Now Astronomy Domain, the song is the opening on the album. Its working title was Astronomy Domain, an Astral Chant, and domain is the vocative of Lord in Latin, and it's frequently used in Gregorian chants apparently. So did you know all that? Now just to be clear, personnel at this point was of course Syd Barrett on lead and slide guitar and low vocals, Richard Wright on Fafisa organ high vocals, Roger Waters on bass guitar, Nick Mason on drums, and Peter Jenner on intro vocalisations. So, I hope you've enjoyed the show today, where we've had a little look at what I'm trying to explore, the germs of progressive rock. And we seem to have started with a lot of psychedelia from the bands, well at least two of them we've heard today. I'm not really sure what you think of the Moody Blues one. They were seen to be coming from a sort of general pop band, moving more into classical type progressive rock music. Anyway, I hope you found it interesting. Don't forget though, like, subscribe to me, DJ P's Rock Vinyl, and also have a look at my website, www.progandrock.co.uk, where you'll find links to my videos and also all my podcasts. So that's it for today. Till next time, bye for now.